Okay, so there was this festival that took place in France. I'm gonna butcher this, but it was called La Porte des Ténèbres. That actually translates to the Door of Darkness. Who is the creative director behind that name? This is what took place at the festival. This just screams demonic, satanic. It was actually so bad that the Archbishop of Toulouse had to consecrate the southwest French city to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Consecrate basically means like bless the city. He literally had to bless the city before that street performance took place. Okay, here's another clip from the festival. And they also had a bull creature thing. And that's literally an upside down cross and some type of sigil. A sigil is an inscribed or painted symbol considered to have magical power. In demonology, sigils are pictorial signatures attributed to demons. Like, here are some examples of different demons and the sigils that belong to them. So there's no telling what type of demon they were trying to conjure up during this festival. Like, do you see all of these people literally worshiping this bull-like creature? That literally is like the Canaanites worshiping Baal and sacrificing their children to him. And if you follow my YouTube videos, you already know I talk about how Baal is the ruler of this realm. Satan, Zeus, Baal, Marduk, whatever you want to call him, it's all the same being. This right here is the present day equivalent to the worship of Baal. And they are doing it in plain sight. Do y'all not see that? What those people are doing is actually a sin. It's called the worship of false idols, idolatry, the act of venerating a cult image or idol as if it were a deity. In the Bible, God forbids the worship of false idols. It says, "You shall not make idols. You should not create or worship any images or things in heaven, earth, or water. You shall not bow down to idols. You should not serve or worship the idols." This looks like idolatry to me, present day idolatry. And they actually call this creature right here Lilith, the guardian of darkness. And it says Lilith was mentioned in the Bible as a dweller in the desert wilderness along with hyenas and goat demons. And in Jewish mythology, she's a she-demon that became a succubus, a temptress of men, and a child-murdering monster of the night. She's a symbol of chaos, seduction, and ungodliness. That sounds fucking evil as hell. Why are they worshiping this and parading it around? So you see here where it says Lilith, the guardian of darkness. I ended up Googling guardian of darkness in France to see what would come up. And the Guardian of Darkness is actually a French video game. The creators are Cryo Interactive. So of course I Googled cryo, and it actually means anything involving or producing cold, especially extreme cold. So that got me thinking, right? What if all this demonic and satanic shit is related to the cold? Like, what if hell is actually cold? I think everybody got the idea of hell all wrong. We think of hell, we visualize something like this, fire. But in Dantes Inferno, he actually says that the last level of hell is ice. And it says that Satan is actually imprisoned in the ice from the waist down. Here's a visual representation of the last level of hell according to Dante's Inferno. Love is hot, loyalty is hot, beauty burns, but betrayal is cold. Depth of the universe is cold. Hell is cold. And there's actually other books that imply that hell is full of ice and really cold. For example, The Apocalypse of Paul. This book is an account of Paul's vision that he had of what hell was like. And again, I observed there men and women with hands cut and their feet placed naked in a place of ice and snow, and worms devoured them. But seeing them, I lamented and asked, "Sir, who are these?" And he said to me, "These are they who harmed orphans and widows and the poor, and did not hope in the Lord, for which cause they unceasingly pay the proper penalties." So as you can see, he said that these people were suffering in ice and snow. Here's another passage from the Apocalypse of Paul. "And I looked to the south, in the west, and I saw there 2 restless worms, and in that place there was gnashing of teeth. Moreover, the worms were 1 cubit long, and had 2 heads. And there I saw men and women in cold and gnashing of teeth. And I asked and said, Sir, who are these in this place? And he said to me, These are they who say that Christ did not rise from the dead, and that his flesh will not rise again. And I asked and said, Sir, is there no fire nor heat in this place? And he said to me, In this place there is nothing else but cold and snow. And again he said to me, Even if the sun should rise upon them, they do not become warm on account of the superabundant cold of that place and the snow. So to me, that is extremely cold. You're so cold, even if the sun rises, you will still not be warm. Hell has got to be full of snow. Okay, moving on. So the book of Enoch talks about the fallen angels, right? And there was 200 of them, but the book of Enoch specifically named 22 of those angels that fell to earth. Fallen angels descended from the heavenly realm to the top of Mount Hermon. Then they began nefarious activity with human women, resulting in the offspring of giants, often referred to as the Nephilim. You see how Paramount Pictures has 22 stars around it? This symbolizes the fallen angels and the agreement that they came upon at that mountain to basically corrupt society. And I know that the book of Enoch says that they landed on the top of Mount Hermon, but I looked up what mountain the Paramount Pictures logo is actually based off of. And the mountain and Paramount Pictures logo is based on Ben Lomond Peak. As you guys can see, the peak of the mountain has ice and snow. So as soon as the fallen angels landed, there was ice. Could there be correlation to that in hell? But let's dig deeper and find out what Lomond means. So the word Lomond has multiple possible origins, but the first thing we see here is beacon. What is a beacon? A beacon is a fire or light set up in a high or prominent position as a warning, signal, or celebration. You've heard the saying, oh my God, you're a beacon of light, a beacon of light. Well, who is the bearer of light? Lucifer. Lucifer actually means bearer of light or morning star. And I know you guys have probably watched The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. If you have, then you know the villain of the movie is the White Witch. The White Witch actually represents evil and Satan. Literally says it right there. That's what she represents. This lady right here from that movie represents Satan. And what is she the queen of? Ice and snow. They are literally telling you what hell is and where hell is and what hell is made of. In Hinduism, hell is located in the south of the universe. In the south, right? Antarctica is the southernmost continent of the earth. So could Antarctica be the location for hell? They actually have a boat passage in Antarctica named Hell Gates. What are the odds, you guys? Hell Gates is a narrow boat passage between Vardem Rocks and Devil's Point in Antarctica. So basically right there at the end right there. Boom. But we know Antarctica isn't shaped like that, y'all. Antarctica encircles the realm that we're in. We are encircled by hell. Antarctica really looks like this. We are encircled in hell. The gates of hell are literally located here. In Buddhism, they have 8 cold hells. Our Buddha hell, the hell of chilblains. Nira-Buddha hell, the hell of enlarged chilblains. What the hell does chilblains mean? Chilblains are skin sores or bumps that occur after exposure to very cold temperatures. Of all the 8 hells, the hell of freezing while skin blisters, hell of freezing while the blisters break open, hell of shivering and moaning, hell of chattering teeth plus moaning, hell where one skin turns blue as a blue lotus. The lotus hell where one skin cracks. The great lotus hell where one becomes so frozen the body falls apart. That shit sounds cold as hell. No pun intended. The ice hells are described as frozen, desolate plains or mountains where people must dwell naked. In Islamic sources, Zamharir, I don't know if I said that right, is a place in hell that is extremely cold with blizzards, ice, and snow. It's described as a severe punishment and torture that no one could bear. It says that the temperature is so cold there that it burns and scorches people just as severely as fire. So there's many cultures and religions that believe hell is cold. Now, if you watch my previous YouTube videos, then you know I talked about a time where Antarctica did not have ice. So that ice was put there. I'm telling you guys, that was not always there. That ice came there with Baal, Satan, Marduk, whatever you want to call him. He is the ruler of this realm, and he has entrapped us in this realm. And in the center, at the North Pole, where the tree of life used to be, you see it's also frozen. That is nothing but the work of Baal, the devil, whatever you want to call it. So in my next video, I want to do more research and find out more about this time period before all this ice got here, before Baal took over this realm. Also, I want to dig a little bit more into Antarctica and figure out where the gates of hell are apparently located there.